This episode of the Fun Parade Podcast was brought to you by Tarzan Local, coming to your local theater all around the country, everywhere. Tarzan, go watch it. It's a good one.
We have a podcast theme song, and this is how it goes. We have a podcast theme song, now you know.
Andy.
What's up?
Andy, get in here.
I'm right
We're
here.
We're recording the podcast again.
I'm sitting across from you.
Oh, yeah, there you are.
Yep.
Open my eyes now. I'm very nervous.
Why? What's going on?
I'm so nervous. I got a big job interview today.
Oh, wow. What's the job for?
It's at Scott's.
Okay. Okay. What job are you interviewing for?
Janitor.
What? Okay. Well, so if you want, I can help you prepare and get ready for the job interview.
That'd be awfully nice of you.
Actually, I know some
out of character, really.
Classic interview questions. Just pretend you're on an interview, and I'm a beautiful lady. Okay, and I'm going to be interviewing you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, hello.
I don't like this.
Hey, listen, you don't know who's going to interview you. This might be exactly what it's like. Okay?
I guess that's true, but I just don't like the way this is going.
Ooh, okay. Okay, I'll drop it. I'll just do it like me. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I could.
All right. Good answer. That was very good. You're doing well so far.
Thank you.
Next question, Mr. What was it again? I don't care. Why do you want this job? If you're going to be a janitor, you got to consider this answer.
You know, I just really need some money to support my crippling drug habit.
Yeah, good. Be honest. Mm-hmm. That's always the way to do it.
People respect honesty.
Okay, let's cut the crap.
Oh.
Why should we hire you?
You know, because I'm a go-getter, and I love jobs.
Okay, if I can stop you.
Yeah.
I would bring, if it were me,
yeah.
I'd bring the drug addiction thing back up.
Okay. Got it.
Just say, if anyone asks you why should we hire you, just go because I'm a drug addict. Yeah. And we go, oh, okay. Okay, here's another one. Tell me about a challenge or conflict you've faced at work and how you dealt with it.
Well, I've never had a job before, so it's going to be impossible for me to answer.
Good. Yeah, if you ever think you can't answer a question, tell them I'm literally incapable of answering this question.
Mm-hmm. I'm incapable of doing most things.
What's your dream job?
Oh, man. That's such a hard question. Maybe harp player in the sky. Or
harp player in the sky?
Yeah, like on a cloud.
Don't do that one.
Don't do that one?
I think they'll see right through it.
Okay. What about, maybe I say...
Maybe you want to be like a carpal tunnel syndrome surgeon.
Ooh.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
It's good. That was a thing.
Be honest.
Yeah. Do surgery on all them keyboards.
Why were you fired?
Well, drugs.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's one you're definitely going to get asked. Uh-huh. How would your boss and coworkers describe you?
Robot.
Yep. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully buying this new iPhone finally.
The new iPhone? Mm-hmm. The one that just came out?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get that one in 5 years?
Mm-hmm. Looks nice.
Behind the times, Mr. Stratton.
Hey, looks like somebody's learning my last name.
What do you like to do outside of work?
Oh, just think about work.
If you were an animal, which one would you
Gorilla.
choose to mate with?
Oh, no. I should have let you finish.
Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah. Are you, seeing anyone?
Sir, am I seeing anyone?
Yeah, well, you are a beautiful lady.
Oh, you make me blush. You've got the job.
And scene.
So that's how you get a job.
Yeah, maybe if I ever get a job interview, this would be great.
Well, you said you had a job interview.
Oh, no, I lied about the whole thing.
You've never had a job interview?
No, I just wanted to see you be a beautiful lady.
Oh, you. welcome to a segment that we've been having a lot of fun with these days. We have a science expert, a substitute science teacher at high schools in the community, Mr. Scott Jurgens here today.
Hey, it's Mr. Jurgen. If you can pronounce that, just go ahead and call me Mr. J.
That's right, Mr. J. We love Mr. J.
We're very happy to have you back here.
Oh, excited.
One of the things that we're so excited about is you're going to show us some science experiments. And I don't know about you, Danny, but I remember I did science fairs as a kid, and it was all sorts of fun.
I remember as a kid, one that vividly sticks out in my mind was we'd tape 2-liter bottles and we'd put water in them and spin them around and create centrifugal force to make it seem as if there was a tornado in the bottle.
Oh, yeah. That's, it's funny. You mentioned centrifugal force there. And, I see this experiment done all the time. It's actually not centrifugal force that causes that water to spin around. It's, you put that much water into a space like that, the atoms hit together when you spin it around, and they compress into a little tiny black hole. This black hole then sucks the water in perpetually.
Wow. Wow. I had no idea.
I didn't either.
A lot of people don't. And that's what Mr. J is here for, getting the truth out about science.
Well, that's why we love to have you here. And today you've sort of taken over you've made quite a mess in the studio. I actually am upset to have to clean this up later. But you're going to show us some experiments and explain to us the science behind them. So let's get right to it. Show us one of your experiments you've got set up here.
Absolutely. So first up here, you can see I have 2 magnets. Okay, sure. Put them together. Yep, they stick. They come apart.
Sure.
Classic magnet activity. Now, what I'm here to prove is that when you throw these 2 magnets up into the air, they do not connect in the air. They both fall to the ground. What this proves to us is that when atoms want to mate, they develop a magnetic force. Okay, when they're ready to bring more atoms into the world, they develop this magnetic force, and that's when they stick together. However, if you're to throw a magnet, this kinetic energy shoots up through the roof. Exponential growth cancels out all that magnetic energy. Basically, they don't want to mate after that. When they're moving, they don't want that. Okay?
There's a whole lot going on there that I didn't even know about. This is fantastic.
That's great. Well, that was a fairly simple one. You just had a couple magnets here, but I see a big thing there in the corner. Can you tell us what's going on over there?
Oh, yes. This is the old Mr. Jurgens volcano, all right? And, you might have seen this one in school back in the day. As you can see here, I have vinegar. I got a box of baking soda.
Oh.
I'm going to pour these 2 into the volcano.
I know where this is heading,
All
Andy.
right, let's see what happens.
Oh!
Yep.
And wow!
That's right. It flows over. It gets bigger.
Wow. Like a volcano.
Just like a volcano, Danny. Very good. You're doing very good. Now, see, what this does, this baking soda and vinegar combination, it builds up down in this volcano. It starts mixing together, all right? And these chemicals put together, they send out a specific frequency. And this frequency, it summons the subterranean forces below us to shoot out whatever it can. It can't always get lava in there. But for us, all we have is baking soda and vinegar, so it just shoots the chemical mix right out. The very chemical mix that is telling it to shoot.
Wow, so this volcano is communicating with the subterranean world.
Yes, exactly. And it's not the volcano itself, you see. It's a vessel for the baking soda and vinegar combination. You see these 2 chemicals, they exist naturally inside of real volcanoes.
Hold on. Real volcanoes work because they contain vinegar and baking soda.
Absolutely.
And those 2 things combine to send signals to the inner world that then call upon lava to shoot out of it.
Yes, Andy, very good.
Good to know. I see there's one more thing you've got set up here for us. Go ahead and show us another experiment.
Oh, yes, absolutely. This is another classic. All right, as you can see here, I have a tub of water sitting on here. I also have this cup. I'm going to take this paper towel here. You feel it? It's dry.
Yeah, it is dry.
I'm going to stuff it down into this cup. I'm going to turn the cup upside down and place it down into the water. Pulling it out, feel that paper towel in there.
Wow.
It's dry.
Yeah, it's dry.
That's crazy.
Still perfectly dry.
But you put it right there in the water.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know what this proves to us is that wetness is just a lie made up by the Earth God, okay? In the beginning of time, Space God used his cosmic stuff to make everything that lives, including the Earth God. The Earth God is a jealous creature. He wants to be a space god. And so what he did is he started lying to us, okay? He started lying about things like wetness and Band-Aids, okay?
Everything you've been saying, this is scientific record.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Years and years of data have proven the existence of Space God, Earth God, and all of Earth God's malicious acts. This is scientific fact here we're talking about. I continue with my argument. I mentioned earlier Band-Aids, okay? Yes. We've all been told that Band-Aids, they cover up a wound. When you peek into the next dimension up, the layer of Earth and Space God, if you use equipment to look into that next dimension, you can see that it doesn't cover you at all, okay? There's a whole other dimension, and it's letting all kinds of fourth dimensional germs just get right in there, okay? And, we've got the equipment to see this, all right? Hubble Space Telescope, it's all there.
The Hubble Space Telescope is looking at this other dimension to see whether Band-Aids work.
Constantly. All these pictures it sends, it does also look into three-dimensional space.
Oh, okay. Constantly,
though, it is looking into fourth-dimensional space. We've used the Hubble Telescope to look at people's arms with Band-Aids on them, and it's no protection against these fourth-dimensional germs,
So can you walk me through the steps of how they took a look through the Hubble telescope at a person with a Band-Aid on?
Absolutely. Danny, I get this question all the time, and it's simpler than you'd think. So Hubble telescope, we're always using it to look into third-dimensional space, right? Looking out towards space. Far distances, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
You'd be shocked to learn that while it can see far that way, it can also see far at Earth if we just give it a 180. Have it turn around, peer right down into Earth.
So all this time, when astronomers were looking out into the sky, all they had to do was turn the telescope around, and they could look into another dimension.
I can see where you get that assumption. There's actually a switch. There's a switch on the Hubble telescope, and you hit it, and it goes into fourth dimension. So we can look into...
It just says dimension on.
There's a switch that's built into the telescope.
Right outside of it. It's right on the outside. Right by the viewing glass where you put your eye up to it, there's a switch, and you just hit it, and it goes into fourth dimension. So we can actually look out into space in the fourth dimension
also. It's so close that you might accidentally hit it on and not even realize it.
I'm sure it's happened.
I don't know what to think about all this.
It's a lot to take in, for sure.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, for
Thank
sure.
you so much for joining us again.
I'd love, if you guys want, I have some of my textbooks here. Space Cadets, written by L. Ron Hubbard. They've got all this information right here. If you want to take a glance over them, I can tell you're shocked.
Let's turn the mics off and let's have a conversation with Mr. J. But thank you for being here. Thanks for being
absolutely,
on the show.
Absolutely.
This was interesting.
Thank you so much.
All right, we have another tech problem in the studio, and so like before, we're keeping the mic on while the tech guy comes. Yeah, I don't think we requested that the other guy doesn't come because he didn't know how to fix the Wi-Fi last time, but we like to keep the mic on to see what happens around the studio.
You should be here any second now.
Oh wow, that's good timing.
Yes.
Hi guys, it's Charles again.
Okay.
How's
it going, Charles?
Was that a problem? Not bad. I had a half a hot dog on the way over here, feeling pretty good. Oh, that reminds me of hot dogs. The other day I heard this great singer, you guys. All right, so 2 hot dogs walk into a park, right? And one's got ketchup, one's got mustard, and they're walking in the park, and they know it's dangerous. It's after dark. They're holding hands and they're walking out, and then suddenly they hear footsteps behind them. Anyway, what's going on with this guy over here?
We actually have a problem with the
CD-ROM. The thing it's not reading CDs.
We put in CDs, DVDs, it won't read them. We put some of our audio on a CD.
Alright, so let's see. Yeah, it opens just fine.
Yeah, so we know it opens.
Yep. Have you tried blowing in it like you would a Nintendo cartridge?
Nope.
No.
Well, you shouldn't. That's bad for it.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
All right.
Have you hit it with a hammer?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's even worse than blowing on it. Good call there. Good call.
Great.
What's this computer's name?
I don't know. Tony?
I think it's Greg, actually.
Fine, Greg. Greg the computer.
It looks more like a Greg to
Greg
me.
the computer machine. What, we're going to talk to it now? Hey, Greg, work again.
Okay, you know what? Greg can tell when you guys are being sarcastic and not taking this seriously, and right now he's sensing that very much.
Oh, sorry, Greg.
Sorry,
Okay.
Greg.
Oh, Greg does not like insincerity. Greg, I understand. Why would you want to read CDs? Huh.
He's talking to the computer.
Yes.
So the computer can listen.
Oh,
Yes.
Greg just told me this really great joke, you guys.
What was the joke?
Yes.
All right. Okay. There's an airplane flying to the moon. The moon starts to break through. I guess, what is it? This is the stratosphere first, Greg?
The moon breaks through the stratosphere?
No. The plane. Pay attention.
Pay attention,
That's,
Andy.
that's my fault.
All right. So the plane breaks through the first. Greg doesn't remember if it's the stratosphere, the cumulosphere,
That's fine.
toposphere,
Tell
whatever
Greg
it
that's
is.
fine.
All right. He says he appreciates you bearing with him on this joke. So anyway, plane finally starts to enter outside, like into outer space.
Oh my god.
Come on.
All right. One of the people on the plane
Yes.
decides that they're going to get up. They're going to see what's going on. Because
Are there no windows? I don't understand. See what? Ask
just
Greg.
Greg, they want to know what's going on. Greg says it's important that I don't get too bogged down in the details, boys.
All right, well then move forward.
So I'm trying to. So much like the
Get to the funny
passenger
part.
who's advancing towards the cockpit. No, that's fair,
I
Greg.
swear to God, finish the punchline and fix the computer and leave.
You're the worst tech guy ever.
All right. So 3 frogs sitting on a cactus.
Oh, different joke now? New joke?
As Greg said, you didn't deserve the other one.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Do you know how to fix these computer issues?
Oh man, Greg.
Please get out of here.
Yeah.
Please
Just leave. Get out of here.
All right. Well, I
You're
guess
not
you guys don't get to hear what happens with the 3 frogs. So
I'm
well,
okay with that.
I do actually want to know.
Andy wants to know.
they get hit by a bus. I'm out of here.
Okay, well, goodbye, and problem not solved.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we'll have to call a different company. I don't know why we called the
I
same
don't know
company
why we.
twice.
Yeah. That was
Definitely,
our
if anything
mistake.
else comes up around here, we're
We'll
not
for
going
sure
to call that company.
call a different company and get a different guy.
New company. We gotta check the yellow pages. Did you get a copy?
No, I didn't.
All right, well, we'll look for one.
It's got to be online now.
Nah, I don't think so.
Hey, let's look at some more iTunes reviews.
But the ones that people can write about our show?
Yeah, the ones about our show.
We did that. Remember we did that? People hated the show. The reviews were horrible.
Yeah.
We all felt bad after it.
Yeah, we definitely did, but
Why would we read them again?
Let's just give it a shot.
All right. Let's look at some of the new ones that came out since the last time.
All right, well, this first one here looks positive. Bob Cousy says, I don't know what was wrong with my TV, but I couldn't get the pictures to load. I could just hear these two boys talking about hot drinks. How can I turn their voices off?
All right. Well, the hot drinks thing was last season.
Yeah,
We haven't done that in a while.
we haven't.
So Bob Cousy's just catching up, I guess.
I think,
And he says, how can I turn their voices off? That's the whole thing.
yeah, if he turns our voices off, how's he going to listen?
You can't listen to the show. Okay.
Get it
Bo-
together,
Bob
Bob.
Cousy, come on. Don't write a review if you don't know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right? We worked hard to make those voices. You got to know that's the whole thing. Okay.
The next one here comes from a listener named Craig. Says, could you send me the recipe from last night? I want to make it soon. See you tomorrow.
Now, I don't think that has anything to do with our show.
I don't either.
We didn't do a... That sounds like a text message.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody got confused. And
Okay. All right. Warning. Don't use iTunes for text messages, only reviews, please. Okay, here's another one. It says, I downloaded this because I'm a huge Mike Myers fan. I really enjoyed his segment, When's the Next Austin Powers, Mike?
Huh.
That's...
yeah,
I don't think that guy understood the show.
I don't think so either.
Mike Myers was not on the show. Mike Myers was.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah, it's all in the inflection
Yeah,
of the
Mike
voice.
Myers. Yeah, I don't I thought we were pretty explicit in
Yeah,
explaining that we didn't actually get Mike Myers.
We wanted to make it very, very clear that we didn't get Mike Myers.
Although I tell you what, if people think we got Mike Myers, maybe people will review the show good, like this guy.
Well, we did get Mike Myers.
Mike Myers was on the show.
Yeah.
He was on it, did his catchphrases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tune in for celebrities. Okay, this one I'm looking at, I don't know who wrote this, but it seems illegible to me, but can you make sense of it?
Yeah, it says, I hope your microphone gets dead. Then you can't make your stupid show and I don't have to listen to it anymore. LOL.
I'm very confused by the comment.
Yeah, it seems like they don't like it, for one.
Sure, that, I wasn't confused about that
okay.
part, but thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah, they don't like us.
Definitely not. But it looks like they think that they are being forced to listen to it.
Yeah.
They said they want our podcast gone so they don't have to listen to it anymore.
Yeah.
You can download this voluntarily.
Yeah.
It's not...
You know what? Good point.
Great point. Thank you. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Warning, warning, warning. These podcasts are voluntary. So, come on.
Was that a voluntary podcast warning I hear?
Oh, yeah, I should have labeled it. Let me do it again. What was it called?
Voluntary podcast warning?
Voluntary podcast warning. Voluntary podcast warning. You don't have to listen to it. So, don't complain. All right, well, that's disappointing. No one liked our show.
Yeah.
This is the worst news I've ever gotten.
This is the worst news you've ever gotten?
Yeah, they don't like our podcast.
Well, it's pretty bad news, but I don't know if it's the worst news.
It's the worst. I work hard on this.
I know.
I hate it.
I do too, buddy.
Let's give up.
Let's not give
Let's
up.
throw in the towel. Why are we making this?
No, let's not give up.
It's all stupid and bad.
No.
No more show.
Let's keep on keeping on. Let's give them something to really hate.
Now that's an idea.
Namaste, all my strangers in the night. This is Strangers in the Night with Starla January. I'm here in the 3 a.m. slot at WXMY to answer all of your questions, to respond to all of your yearnings, and to figure out life together. I may be from the future, studying the ancient ruins on Earth, but I'm right here in your heart as you call in and figure out this crazy thrill ride we call life. As you all know, before I take all your wonderful calls tonight, I'm going to start with a nice brief meditation on my day, which now will become your day. Today, I went to learn about your ground automobiles. I went to see Cars 2 in the cinema. I thought it would be a good documentary, as I already know enough about cars that I don't need to see 1. It made no sense. I don't know if this was explained in Cars 1, but why a giant popcorn was offering me earthen delicacies in the middle of this film that I should learn from is unknown to me. And when I started screaming for an explanation, I was asked to leave. So I saw flashes of cars talking with giant eyes, and I know I have modest dwellings, but do I not have a car that I'm supposed to have? And what does that mean? Does that mean I'm a different value as a person? Do they think that I may be too good to have these sassy cars that would backtalk me when I'm just trying to get from point A to point B? It's really something to think about. Let's take some calls.
How do I get to Detroit from here?
Where are you, lover?
I can't talk anymore. Goodbye.
He brought up an interesting question. Aren't we all heading to Detroit in our souls? Next caller.
I'm having girlfriend issues. What can I do?
Good question, young spirit. What are some of these issues?
I just don't like her very much.
Well, in my studies, there's a phrase that I heard, beating a dead horse. And it seems something that humans love to do and did with great success. So I would just stay with her until, I don't know, one of you dies or perhaps you fall in love with her somehow. Let's have 17 more callers.
Can you give me advice?
Okay, what kind of advice are you looking for?
Like, Helpful advice?
I'm full of it, mister. Strap in. When you're making a potato, don't say disrespectful things into the air. It will get into the potato and then into your spirit. I've always thought of potatoes being the most sensual of ground vegetables, and if you eat it then, it will affect your love life. Brush your teeth in the morning and again at night. And when you go shopping, buy Starla January's new book, Strangers in the Night, with Starla January, full of tips and tricks like these and diaries I wrote to myself that I feel like anyone can apply to their life in a rich and meaningful way. So I hope you have a car and roughly 87 human dollars, because you're in for a real treat, a real awakening. And I have to go. Goodbye now.
It's over. It's just a few more things to say, and then we're gonna wrap the whole thing up. It's been a wild ride, huh? Oof. Gosh. And obviously, since you like this so much, go to iTunes, subscribe to the show, go to thefunparade.com, learn more about things, old episodes, tell your friends, co-workers. They want to know what you've been up to, so you should talk to them. And thank you, of course, to our guests today, including Matt Capacci, Dustin Meadows, John Ross, and Laura Sanders. Musical help, of course, comes from Lance Allen, Kevin MacLeod, and bensound.com. They wrote the song you're listening to now.
I'm leaving if someone does not call me in 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, I just hope you die alone tonight. It's a little more menacing. I was just saying you could all just die. 2.